broadcast. Oh, there you go.
Welcome everyone into the News 4 Forum. The show we don't just watch, we're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, and the latest in your tech news. So let's get started with some breaking news out of Sun Valley. A fire broke out around 10 this morning on the 300 block of 8th Street, igniting the back bedroom of a duplex. One woman was trapped, but she was successfully got out of that home, escaped from a back window. However, she is being treated for smoke inhalation. All animals in the house made it out safely. Firefighters made the rescue attempt. The fire was successfully extinguished as well. Stay tuned to News 4 at noon. We're going to have a developing story on this one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what is trending locally online. The most read story on mynews4.com is female inmate death under investigation. 31-year-old Carrie Roop was discovered in her cell early Sunday morning. She was to serve a 48-hour hold on contempt of court violation. No signs of foul play and no suspects in this case. This time we'll keep you updated when we find out more about her death. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is child firing Uzi at Arizona shooting range accidentally kills instructor, police say. According to CNN, a 9-year-old girl learning to shoot a submachine gun, she was learning to when the weapon recoiled over her shoulder and shot the instructor, 39-year-old Charles Vaca, in the head. He later died at a hospital late Monday night. Sad story. That's a horrible one. FoxNews.com, the most read story this morning is military jet crashes in Virginia. According to Fox News, officials say that the single-seat F-15 fighter jet was from the 104th Fighter Wing of the Air National Guard base in Westfield, Massachusetts, and was traveling on a training flight to Barnes Air National Guard base in New Orleans, making this transport here. No immediate word on the status of the pilot at this point. We'll keep you updated on that as well. Trending on Twitter this morning is #Syria. An American journalist held hostage in Syria has been reunited with his family. 45-year-old Peter Theo Curtis had been held for 22 months by the extreme group Al-Nusra Front. It's unclear whether at this point in time whether he was kidnapped shortly after crossing into Syria or whether he was taken across the border. All right, now on to our viewer voice segment where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page at about 9 o'clock in the morning. We would love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account, circle me, Melissa Carlson, and let me know that you're interested. All right, Burger King's deal to buy Canada's Tim Hortons fast food chain has a lot of people talking, but it's the potential tax benefits for the King that are making headlines. Joe Johns reports.
It gives new meaning to the classic advertising jingle that helped sell the home of the Whopper to American consumers. Burger King. The merger of U.S. brand Burger King with Canadian pastry and coffee giant Tim Hortons makes business sense. But what got people steamed is that another U.S. company is cutting its taxes just by switching its tax headquarters to north of the border. It's called inversion, totally legal.
Essentially what's happening here is a company is purchasing another company overseas and then just effectively moving their headquarters, whether real or imagined, to that other country, which then means their foreign earnings are taxed at a much lower rate, the rate of that country.
Outrage inevitable. Democratic Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown called for a boycott of BK. Michigan's Democratic Senator Carl Levin compared it to BK renouncing its American citizenship. Even the White House got in the act, sort of. Not calling out BK by name, but calling on Congress to change the tax code.
It certainly isn't fair, and it certainly isn't fair to the millions of middle-class families in this country that don't have that option.
In a conference call, Burger King said this is not a tax-driven deal, though most observers see a big tax benefit.
This company could save $5–10 billion a year.
And that was Joe Johns reporting. So we're asking everybody, seeking tax breaks, is that unpatriotic? Should they be staying here and taking care of business? Or, no, hey, if they can get it cheaper in Canada, why not? Starting off first with our resident Canadian, Kempton, your thoughts on this one. Make sense to you?
Well, I think everyone is jumping the gun too fast on this one. I read an article by a UC Berkeley professor. Basically, was saying in 2012, Burger King actually could have a chance to actually register the company in the British Virgin Islands, which they don't pay tax, but they didn't. So I mean, and in Canada, the tax advantage is just 1 or 2 percentage point difference. So it's not a huge difference, yeah, given that they could have paid 0 in 2012.
So they're still paying a little bit of taxes. You're saying that's the difference here, is that you could have gone someplace else and paid no taxes, but you're going to Canada and paying some, so what's the big deal? But I don't see what the benefit then. If it's not for tax breaks and because of all of that, then what would be the benefit to go to Canada? Steve, do you think it's, as some people are saying, unpatriotic? If you're an American company selling to the Americans, why not pay American taxes?
I don't think it's unpatriotic. I do think that the tax structure needs to be changed for companies that are American and go abroad and then still do business in the United States. I do believe that needs to be changed, but Burger King's claims that it's not the tax incentive is for the move. It makes good business sense because they are competing with people like Starbucks and McDonald's and stuff. They've got another product that they can sell worldwide. So I think it's a good move for Burger King. I don't think it's unpatriotic at all. All of that doesn't come into the picture.
Glenn, what do you think?
Companies used to pour into America because it was easy to do business in America. Low regulations, low taxes, therefore you could make a profit and keep most of what you made. Now companies are leaving because of high taxes and high regulations. So rather than calling them unpatriotic, we need to look at why America is running businesses off.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. A controversial tweet sent out by the British Embassy is getting a lot of attention and is now being called #CakeGate. According to the WashingtonPost.com, it's been exactly 200 years since the British burned down the White House, and 24 hours after all of this tweet went out, the embassy in Washington, D.C. is tweeting out a bit of a joke, if you will. Here's the picture you can see there on their page. The image that everybody's upset about was of a cake adorned with a British and American flag. Innocent, right? Well, the embassy staff joked yesterday that it was, quote, commemorating the destruction of the White House 2 centuries ago, but it was, quote, only sparklers this time. Apparently not everybody found this funny, and the picture was retweeted thousands of times. 4, in fact. Hours later, in a morning tweet on Monday, the British embassy apologized, saying it just wanted to celebrate history. So we're asking all of you, do you think that this picture is offensive, and should Americans lighten up, learn to joke a little bit? Starting off with our resident member of the UK. Justin, do you think this is offensive? What do you think about it? Or is this just British humor?
I'm quite surprised. This is proper politically incorrectness. To me, I just think Britain should have been twice as careful doing this. Everybody should be careful on the internet, whatever they post anyway, because there's always some sort of backlash. And yes, I think America got quite jumpy over it. So both sides are to blame. The biggest thing that annoys me, though, is the fact they've got CakeGate. Why has everything got to have a gate after it when there's a problem?
You don't like the hashtag is your problem with it. Deanna, what do you think? Is CakeGate just a little bit too sensitive for us? Can we just not handle it? Does the U.S. need to lighten up a bit?
I agree completely with Justin. Having gate at the end of everything is absolutely ridiculous. I know that's not what you asked, but that's the answer that I'm giving on that one.
You're being very politically correct about it, I have to say. Antonia, what do we have on Facebook?
Brian says they should have joked back and forth. It could have been epic, but nope, we had to get offended. Russ said, diplomatically, it's an odd thing to bring up. Pretty silly to get your hackles raised about it. An Englishman, a Scotsman, and an Irishman walked into a bar. The barman said, is this some kind of joke?
There you go. Gotta put another joke in there, don't you? Gotta put another joke. Glenn, you've got the last word on this. Are Americans just being prickly for no reason?
The proper response is to invite people like Justin to my backyard for a barbecue and bonfire, and we'll build a huge number 10 Downing Street and set it on fire.
Wow, boy, you don't feel very passionate about that at all, do you? I love that answer. All right, coming up next, thanks everybody. We'd love to hear what you have to say, by the way. You can go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. We are looking at ways to help your children out manage the stress of being back to school. It's coming up on your Wellness Wednesday with St. Mary's. Stay with us.
I wish I only had the stress of going back to school to worry about. That would make my entire day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just let production know we have to tape it right after. Perfect. Yeah, let's do it. Yep. Oh, thank you. Good answer. All right,
Do you
St.
realise
Mary's.
if there was a cake to be set light to Melissa, she'd never get a chance to set light to it because it would have been eaten within seconds
You
flat.
bet your little sweet cheeks it would. There's no shame in my game. I would eat it. All right, you guys. Hey, Wellness Wednesday is coming up next. We've got Shendri Thome. How did I do? Did it work? Shendri?
That's right.
All right. I love this topic. And I feel like this should be more for parents than kids. My son went to kinder this year for the first year. I haven't been more stressed out in I don't know how long. It's horrible, but you do, you know. It's like you spend all your time, money, effort, thought, everything you've got to put into your kids, and then go to school and you're like, oh, someone else do it for 8 hours. You're like, yeah. Definitely. I've never thought that I needed a drug called Xanax, but this week I feel like I should have gotten a prescription because I was out of my mind. And then on top of it, I asked my son like 100 questions, you know, and he's like, God, back off, you know? And I'm like, what, did you make friends? Well, what did you think? You know? And putting all of my stresses on him, and he's like, dude, I colored with crayons today. I don't know, but so, okay, so anyways, yes, I think this is a great topic. So real quickly, first question, what are some suggestions for making this transition easier? How can parents know if their kids are experiencing some stress? And managing stress. Those are the three. I'll prompt you on them, okay? And if I can get everybody else to mute yourself, please. Welcome back, everybody. Between completing homework assignments, playing sports, and balancing a social life, no wonder school can be pretty stressful for children. But what if you want to help your kids manage those stressors? Here to give us parents some advice is nurse practitioner Shendri Thome with St. Mary's. Hi, thanks for being with us.
Hi, good to be here.
Yeah, this is a great topic, especially now. Heading back to school after summer break, it can be pretty difficult, of course, transition for students and a lot for parents as well, myself included. I've been a mess here recently. What are some of the suggestions so that you're giving parents to help kind of make this transition a little bit easier? Because it can be tough.
Definitely. So I'm a family nurse practitioner, and I happen to have 4 kids, so I've been through this a few times. One of the main things, and this seems like common sense, but coming off of summer, it's super important to establish a routine. And sit down with your family, look at your schedule and what works best for your family, and figure out bedtime, family meal times. Do we need to get clothing together the night before? How are we going to do lunches? And then also setting up a schedule for what's going to happen after school. How are we going to make sure homework gets done? Parents going through backpacks, reading things, communication from teachers, and then just having this all set, because a lot of the stress comes from not being prepared.
Yeah, so keep with that schedule. It'll help things out. And how can parents know if their child is experiencing some of that back-to-school stress?
Okay, so I actually see that a lot in the office, even kids with headaches, stomach aches. And if your child is having a lot of anxiety before bed, or really not wanting to leave you, very tearful when they leave, it's important just to take the time to have conversations. That's why I say, mealtime together and discussions are really important, just to kind of draw them out and see what's going on.
There are studies out there that show that students tend to worry a lot about, keeping up with that homework. So how can you help them manage that stress as well? It's a big part of it, especially when a lot of schools are asking for a lot of homework.
Right. So going through homework with your kids is important. Identifying areas where they might be having trouble, showing excitement and enthusiasm about what they're doing, and then offering them help, and whether you're able to help, because sometimes it's difficult. We find as parents that things are being taught differently than they were when we were in school. But whether it's tutoring or going to the teacher and communicating more with the teacher, there are lots of different ways we can do it. But the main thing is being involved, being interested, asking those questions.
All right, a lot of great information. Thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. If you'd like more information, you can always go to stmarysmedicalgroup.com. All right, we go to Tim now with a quick look at our forecast.
Hey, good morning to you. We have a lot of sunshine out there for the Truckee Meadows, western Nevada, and the Sierra. Mostly sunny skies in eastern Nevada. How long that'll last coming up on that 7-day forecast. We'll be right back after the break.
The first time I did this, I looked back at it and I'm like,
good job, good job, good job. Thank you. It's a good topic. You got it? I am not sure what is going on in the chat, but I'm trying to keep up, but y'all are making this sucker fly past me, and so I gotta.
I'm staying out of this one.
Cheese and crackers. How big is your foot, Justin? That's one heck of a pedal you got there, buddy.
I'll take a run up.
Side hoof. Hoof was the word that we're using. A hoof. That's not a foot. That's a hoof. Why are you so short? I guess I'll move my chair down.
Very nice question.
Can't you pull that sucker up any? There you go. Let's get up to normal range, shall we? There we go.
Am I on par with you now?
Oui, très bien. Well, what'd you say? What? I swear I heard him say squeeze the jib.
He just said we're going to use the jib. Okay, Melissa.
I'm having problems today. Oh. Oh. Ding dang. Squeeze the jib. I should have known when I snorted on the morning show that that was going to be a And welcome back, everybody. Aren't you so happy we got this jib shot back?
I am. I love the jib shot.
Dang thing. I don't know what it is about it. All right. I also love our forecast for today. Got a nice one ahead of us.
Yeah, we do. A lot of us seeing sunshine today. Any and all clouds should be out into the eastern part of the state for the most part. Nice to say clouds instead of those showers and storms. Yeah. They had some really big problems with some heavy rains yesterday over in eastern Nevada. Here in western Nevada, it was a quiet day, but now a quiet day for all of us going all the way across the board. Hey, check out this great picture sent in to us by Elizabeth. Spanish Springs Greens over in Sparks. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That's on our Facebook page if you want to go check it out. It's our cover photo. Just go to Facebook and search for KRNV News 4, and you'll find us there. That's our cover photo for you to like, and you can like us, too, while you're up there. Sunny skies for the forecast today. That's another thing to like. Lots of sunshine out there for our forecast with seasonable highs for the temperatures and a pretty quiet 7-day forecast. Not too much in the way of wind. We do have a couple of breezy days on there, but really not a whole lot to worry about. 78 in town right now. We have calm winds. We have 20% humidity and a lot of sunshine all the way across the board. Elsewhere, we're looking at 75 now in Carson City, 83 in Yerington, 70 in Truckee, and 73 right now for South Lake Tahoe. So really beautiful out there. Here's that low that brought us the rain showers over the last couple of days. Yesterday in eastern Nevada, and before that we had some over in parts of northern Nevada over on the western side as well. That low continues to push off to the east. As it does so, it'll bring with us the chance for those showers, or bring with it, I should say, the chance for those showers. So high pressure is building in, which means mostly sunny skies. Could see a couple of clouds thrown across the eastern part of the state today. Otherwise, no major issues out there. Hardly any wind as that high pressure builds in, and lots of sunshine with temperatures right around average today, and then even above average as we head into the coming days on the 7-day forecast. 77 for Tahoe City today, 82 in Truckee, and 79 in South Lake Tahoe with plenty of sunshine. Western Nevada topping out into the 80s with 90 in Dayton. Just a couple of spots have the chance to see that 90-degree mark. Northeastern Nevada, mostly sunny skies, maybe a few of those afternoon clouds. 75 in Ely for the high, 80 in Eureka, and 82 in Elko. And back over toward Western Nevada, 89 in Hawthorne, 80 in Round Mountain. And as we head up over toward Bridgeport, about 80 degrees for the high there. Plenty of sunshine up to the north with 88 in Susanville, 89 in Gerlach over by Burning Man, the Black Rock Desert area, 88 in Spanish Springs, and down toward the Truckee Meadows, we'll top out at 89 in Reno today, which is just about on par for average this time of year. Here's that 7-day forecast. We've got sunshine for the next couple of days. Temperatures back above average tomorrow, reaching the low 90s. Same thing for Friday. And then breezes will kick in this weekend. And those breezes are signaling some cooler air. It's not going to cool down a whole heck of a lot, but we're going to be back down to the mid-80s for Carson City and the mid-70s by that point in South Lake Tahoe. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Coming up next, if you and your cable company have cut cords, there is now a way for you to gain access to over-the-air TV digitally. We'll explain. So, Tony, are we doing it for every day for the show? We're posting like the first hour or something, or I don't know.
No, we're cutting off the segments, so everything local, and everything like Boatman's Bargains and the Lunchbox stuff. So all the new segments, even if it was on, you know, a story online last night, if you guys do it in the morning and it's new and local, it's going up.
Gotcha.
So I'm just behind because...
Yeah, because you have to load it to A to B, then to C, then scratch the lion's ear, then go to RFF, and then download it again, triple.
But it's more because I'm behind because of the just doing KRNV and Fox.
Oh, yeah.
And then breaking in between, or we just got a Washoe County sheriff. So I just keep getting interrupted with stuff. So it'll be faster.
Sounds like fun.
As it'll be done by like 12. I just have to get it.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no.
Go, Tony, go.
I'm normally pretty fast. I think it's just because I'm not as, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, I don't know what it is actually.
Okay.
Dang it, Melissa, what'd I tell you about doing that?
Oh my gosh, I know.
Knock it off, you.
I am so tired today. We had a long night with Lamb. I put him to bed, but there's like a balcony where he can see down to the TV, and we have my friend is helping with the kids while Rich is not here, and so she was watching some show, and it was like violent, and Liam was watching. He had snuck down and was watching, and then he was crying for like.
Perfect. Yeah, I got you.
You're yawning all of the air out of Wyoming. We need some of that up here.
And welcome back. Is Obamacare helping or hurting, rather, U.S. citizens? We have the numbers in the newest Behind the Headlines commentary. Here's Mark Hyman.
Every month since 1968, the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia has conducted a survey of manufacturers. Participants provide measures of activity at their plants, such as employment, working hours, customer orders, costs, sales, and so on. The just-released August survey included a group of special questions. The answers provided by manufacturers are deeply troubling. The special questions focused on the costs of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, known as Obamacare. There was no good news. Obamacare has caused manufacturers to cut employment by 15.2%. The amount of work outsourced to other companies increased nearly 11%. And prices charged to customers skyrocketed by almost 29%. Remember, these answers were in response to how Obamacare has affected the manufacturing industry. It gets worse. Employee contributions to health care premiums increased 85%. Deductibles jumped by more than 91%. Out-of-pocket premiums were hiked 74%. Copays are 62% higher. The range of medical coverage is 38% lower, and the size and breadth of the medical network is down nearly 27%. Based on these answers, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act is protecting fewer people with fewer choices, fewer services, and the cost to employees is dramatically higher. Obamacare. It's not good for business or people or America. To post this on Facebook or Twitter, go to BehindTheHeadlines.net. I'm Mark Hyman.
All right, now turning to your tech news. TiVo is marketing to those who've cut the cord with their cable or satellite TV provider. The company has introduced the Romeo OTA. It is a digital video recorder just for over-the-air TV. The OTA model is going to be available September 14th. It sells for $50 and requires a $15 a month subscription to TiVo services. Well, coming up next, bubbles are primarily a toy for children, or so you think. Apparently, pit bulls love them. Stay with us. Your viral video is coming up next.
Yeah, see, Steve can't spell, Melissa can't stay awake.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm calling a do-over.
Yell at me.
Everybody just go back to bed, and we're gonna restart this whole freaking day.
We'll do it
I'm
again.
calling a mulligan, okay?
Dee, we're gonna have to rebook our lunch for next week. I gotta try to go home and sleep for like 20 minutes before I have to start my second job.
Yeah, I feel
Have you
you.
ever fully
Super
shut
mommy
down
mode.
live, Melissa?
What's that? What's that?
Have you ever fully shut down live?
Have I ever really
Been
shot
caught
down?
asleep on air?
You know what? No, but I'll tell you what. An anchor at an unknown station, I will not mention, used to sleep on the set. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. A VO would come on, like her co-anchor would read, she'd go like this. Trending on news. This one. It was
That is
amazing.
incredible.
It was amazing. Her talent. I think that's ultimately why. I don't know why. Actually, I'm going to just zip it on that.
Well, when I first started in radio back in 19... I actually fell asleep. I fell asleep on an overnight shift.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the dead air that woke me up.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yikes.
I used to do these cut-ins in San Francisco. They were overnight, and so there was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We'd do a live news cut-in. It was all night. They would do it. Well, the guy who was upstairs, he fell asleep. So somehow he pushed the button to take me live, but he didn't push it to get me off air. So I sat there like this.
Oh no! Oh no!
For literally, I think it was a total of 7 minutes until somebody finally realized what was going on. And I couldn't do anything. I was stuck. I couldn't tell anybody because it was all automated. There wasn't anybody in there, so I was just kind of like.
Well, I tell you why I'm glad I got out of music radio at a very, very early age is because I used to wake up to silence in my apartment, and I assumed that was dead air, and I'd find myself running down the hallway wondering why I hadn't put the next song on.
Sometimes I'll wake up and it's light out, and I think it's the next morning. It's actually still the evening.
Oh, I've done that before. Welcome back, everybody. Well, bones and tennis balls are usually the normal toys that you can find with dogs. You know, that's what they like to hang out and play with. Well, how about bubbles? YouTube user Pitbull and Bully Breed Lovers posted this video right here. Super cute. It captures Diesel, the pit bull, playing with bubbles. Getting some great exercise, by the way. You can see him here going crazy, jumping around, trying to bite those bubbles. Super cute. The clip was posted a few months ago, but has recently resurfaced, always interesting when they do that, and started to go viral once again. Has more than 300,000 views. You can find it on our Facebook page. Have a great day, everybody. See you back here at noon. We have to do a Fox News topical, so I think we need to switch out the background. Or I don't know how you want to do that. You want to just get me with the blue over my shoulder? Or change it to orange? Hey, you guys, I have to head out of here. We have to shoot some stuff for Fox that we forgot to do earlier, so we got to do a set change. And then tape it.
How are you doing the set change? Is that a, there you go, there's
So
light.
we're changing out the color here, and then you see this here, this in back. It comes up and down, so it changes out and it says Fox in the back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then.
There you go. Magic of TV, folks. Magic of TV.
Exactly.
All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Dee, can we book for next week? Are you around? Are you in town?
I'll be back in town on Thursday, so we can do something on Friday.
Yes, let's
I'll
do
be
it.
around
That's
then.
perfect. That's
Okay,
perfect.
cool.
All right, you guys, thanks for coming in. Hi. Oh, and Amanda just said she's inviting herself. That's perfect.
Oh, good. Good. It's like good.
Steve, hey, Steve, you're more than welcome. You should join us, Steve.
Where?
If you're around. We'll give you the details.
We don't know yet. We make these things up as we go, Steve.
Yeah, we'll give you the details. Justin, I wish you could come. I'm just saying.
Tim has to come too. Make him come if he doesn't feel like showing up to lunch. Just force him to.
I would try to get him in there. I will. All right, you guys.
Do or do not. There is no try.
I know. Just do it.
Take care.
Bye,
I'm going
everybody.
to bed. Holler.